morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the official presentation of Ducati Corse Teams for the new season 2024. So welcome to all the people here in the room and all the people connected from home through our streaming service. We're back in this amazing location, Madonna di Campiglio, after an amazing year full of success, a lot of wins, and a location that is hosting us once again, together with our champions that will get on the stage soon. We will introduce them soon, but before doing that, let's invite on the stage the person that represents this area, the president of Madonna di Campiglio Tourism Board, Tullio Serafini. Hi Tullio, welcome. Thank you. Good morning. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of Azienda per il Turismo, the tourism board at the province of Trentino Marketing, and the mayors of Treviso and Pinzolo. It's a great pleasure to host this second edition of Campioni in Pista, an initiative, an event which is very important to us because it allows us to enhance and to strengthen this collaboration with an excellent company, a great company, Ducati, and together with a territory, which is the territory of Madonna di Campiglio. It's going to be two very important days, and I would like to thank Claudio Domenicali, Ducati's CEO, that knows us and works with us. And the video that you can see behind me is a summary of the values and principles of our territory and our destination. And at the end of the video, you can see a payoff where mountains meet humans. It's our manifesto, let's say, and it really gives you an idea of our principles, of our values, which are based on the combination of nature and human beings. This sort of connection happens here in Madonna di Campiglio through people hugging in a way, so it's a sort of embrace between nature and human beings. So talking about synergies and collaboration, I would like to thank and greet another very important company that has been working for us for 11 years, and it's also our official partner. We've been sharing with them very important projects, and we share also a great passion for mountains, innovation, and respect for the environment. This company is Audi, so I would like to thank and invite on the stage Audi and the person who represents it. So let's invite on the stage the brand director of Audi Italy, Fabrizio. So you have had a great collaboration, a great relationship with them. So welcome everyone. Yeah, we've been collaborating for 11 years, and that means that, of course, it's a long relationship and you have some values in common. It's a great story because we've been doing a lot of things in the last 11 years. We didn't just want to sell cars. We were not interested in that. We wanted to talk about us, to talk about Audi, and to talk about Madonna di Campiglio. It was a great journey because we helped each other. So they helped us. They wanted to present Madonna di Campiglio as an excellent area, and we wanted to help them promote the respect for the environment and the fight against over-tourism. So we tried to help them analyze the tourist flows and the management of these flows. So these flows need to be balanced and managed if we want to develop the economy while protecting the environment. These are two values which can be combined. We managed to combine them, and through initiatives, events, we managed to create some spaces where we could talk about safety, together with the tourists of Madonna di Campiglio, we also installed some charging stations for sustainable electric mobility, and we talked about mountain ecosystem. So the beauty of these places is clear, but these places, this territory is also very fragile. So we shouldn't just talk about what we can do, but we should focus on real practice initiatives. But today is devoted to Ducati, so I will stop talking, but let's go back to the theme of this session. Well, in the afternoon we will launch another project called Audi Mountain Progress Lab. It was developed together with the Tourism Board of Madonna di Campiglio and two scientific partners, Trento University and H Farm. So we will work together to gather data that will be fed back, and we will raise awareness among the people that come to Campiglio through the smart use of mobility. So let's go back to races, let's say. So the very last thing I wanted to mention, on behalf of Audi, we want to celebrate the great win of last week at the Rally Dakar, the very first time in which an electric vehicle won such a challenging competition. So thank you all. Have a great Ducati day here in Campiglio. Thank you, Fabrizio. Thank you, Audi Italia. So we talked about Ducati, so I think we can now ring the bell of Ducati's house, let's say, so we can welcome somebody that will talk about Ducati and the main points of this session before talking about the bikes and the great champions. So let's now invite on the stage Ducati's CEO, Claudio Domenicali. Hello, Barbara. So here we are once again. We were here last year after a great and successful season, and so we're about to start a new season. I know you have a lot of things to talk about, so I will leave you the stage, and then I'll be back. Okay, great. So I would like to welcome you all. We have at the second edition of Campioni in Pista. I want to welcome everybody who's here in the room. I'm very excited about seeing a full room here today, but I would like to welcome also our fans who are connected from home. We also have different TVs streaming this event, so I hope this event will be interesting for you with a lot of news. We are here in Campiglio, location that shares together with Ducati very important values. Ducati has a great history, an evolution towards beauty, towards design. Design has always been a very important element, but today that's even more important for us. You know that beauty fills our hearts. Last night we were celebrating together and seeing the moonlight, for example, all together in the mountains. That was great. A location that is strictly connected with Audi as well. And in a sort of magical way, it puts together this desire for beauty and this passion, this personal passion for mountains that we all have. And also the fact that our brands are connected with the territory. Last year we were presenting a season that would be very successful, and we were already world champions last year in MotoGP and Superbikes. So we were not sure about 2023 and about repeating ourselves and our success, but we were successful again. So I like to remind you that this is something unprecedented because no company had won MotoGP and Superbike championships 2 years in a row. So I think this is a goal that needs to be somehow consolidated. And the question might be, how can you do even better during this season? But we will talk about that pretty soon. Anyway, we concluded a season that we are very proud of, not only from the point of view of Ducati, but also a lot of Italian people were proud of our success. Even some people in the room have been supporting us as Italians. So I think it was a great result for Italy as a nation. We celebrated it in our own Ducati way. We celebrated in the arena in Bologna with 8,000 people. So this is part of our mindset, our philosophy. Just like giving you this presentation in a very peculiar way, the possibility of spending time together, of enjoying this amazing location, but also the possibility of celebrating all together. We celebrated again in our Ducati way, creating some replicas for our fans that every bike will be signed by our champions. Last year we did a replica of Pecco and Alvaro's bikes, and this year we expanded the range, let's say, because we didn't only win the championship in MotoGP, but we all remember that we ranked first, second, and third. So also Jorge and Bezzecchi have their own replica. And we like to remember and to remind ourselves that Ducati is very committed to races, of course, but we would like to talk about the company in general as well. Last year was a year in which we celebrated 30 years. And we celebrated also the 916 Monster, and that was very important for fans in general. So we created 2 replicas. Our fans were very excited about it, and these replicas are now sold out. And we also made a very peculiar bike. Last year we had a collaboration with Lamborghini, and now Diavolo Band was a tribute, let's say, the Diavolo Bentley for the fans that are passionate about it. And I like to remember also that we like to create very peculiar versions of our bikes. So we have Ducati Unica, thanks to which each fan can have a specific connection with the brand. We would like to create single specimens, unique specimens, like the one you can see, like the bike you can see behind me. And we also guarantee uniqueness certificates for these bikes. And we also like to share our passion, but not only our passion, but also our suffering in a way, because you know that races are about passion and excitement, but also tension and pain somehow. So our fans can be welcomed in our GP hospitality. We are in 2024, and we talked about 2023, and unfortunately, that's how the world goes. We conclude a season, we celebrate a lot over Christmas, and then another season starts. We're here to talk about sports programs. We're all ready to present the Ducati's approach towards this new year. We will talk about MotoGP, we will talk about Superbike. We have 2 very consolidated teams, Ducati Lenovo Team and the Aruba.it team for Superbike. We're talking about 2 very solid teams with important racers that will struggle a little bit more this year, because we're living in a world where there have been some changes about rules. So Ducati has won a lot, but the rules have changed, and so this is going to make things harder for us. So our competitors will have had sort of a series of advantages. Alvaro, for example, won 2 championships, but he will start with a penalty this year. It doesn't happen in all championships. I was joking about it earlier on. I was talking about skiing. So even in skiing, the ones that were in the first places, they are disadvantaged this year. And we have Guido Meda here with us. He's one of the competitors, and since he's been on the podium, since he's been one of the firsts, he's also worried. And we will find out something completely new, something brand new, a new chapter, a new challenge, which we think is pretty interesting. We like to think, we would like to bring Desmos to the off-road world. We've already launched some videos where you could see the bike, but today you will finally see it. We will have a presentation of our Ducati proposal for the off-road world. We like the idea of attracting young clients that are passionate, that could be passionate about the overall Ducati system. And I was very excited when I saw the bikes all together, so the GP superbike and off-road bikes all together, because you really understand that there's a global system based on Ducati, which is a brand made of passion, of races. And we also created a sort of graphic sign together with Aldo Drudi that will accompany somehow these 3 adventures, MotoGP, Superbike and off-road, with a unicum. So all the bikes are red, Ducati red, with this sort of graphic sign that represent a curve, a turn. So in our logo you can see a turn that represents the passion, the excitement of a curve. And having this sign on all bikes certifies somehow that they all belong to such an important program. I hope I didn't forget anything, and we are ready to start the actual presentation with Gigi and the other protagonists. So I think we're all ready to start the new season, and I think you're ready because in your heart and in your eyes you still have the great emotions and the strength of the previous season, of the last season. So if you agree, let's watch a video about Ducati Best Of.
Well, what to say, so many emotions in this great family, the family of Ducati Corse. Regarding great families and friends, a short while ago Claudio Domenicali mentioned Guido Meda. Guido, I saw you in the public. Please, hop on the stage, come on. Don't be shy. We have a schedule, and in some time you decide to abandon the schedule and to improvise, so I couldn't but call you on the stage. You're beautiful in a mountain style. So I was thinking that so many times I live those emotions we saw in the video. Sometimes I live those emotions, I experience those emotions from the sitting on the sofa, and sometimes I'm right on the racetrack. So what do you think about it? Well, I think that for 25 years I haven't watched a race being silent, because I've always commented in the TV those races. So yes, for 25 years I've always commented on the TV. Regarding knowledge, you know that this is a huge family. Ducati Corse has a huge captain. Don't you want to call him on the stage? Yes, Mr. Gigi Dalla, General Director of Ducati Corse. Gigi, how are you doing? Hi everybody. Hello Gigi. Yeah, place yourself here in the middle between us. Before, I saw that you were telling each other some things. I always listen to interviews with the riders. I didn't want to ask you what you were telling each other before, but I will place myself here, near to you, not so close. I just ask you to ask Gigi the question you asked before, because I'm very curious about it. Yes, why not? In fact, when a journalist asks a question, the other person answers the way they want, actually. They could, now Gigi could answer with a different answer from the one he gave before. Yeah, I had this question out of curiosity. Gigi, later on we will be talking about 2024 and all its details, but I would like to know, when you tested in Valencia, I don't know what kind of evolution the 2024 bike was. When you tested the bike with Pecco and Enea Bastianini, the conclusion, Bagnaia draw at the end of the day, well, he said that he was so much thrilled and happy about the bike, but we didn't know what this comment was about. So could you please delve into this comment Bagnaia said? Why was he that satisfied? Well,
Esattamente,
yeah, I already have a pointer here. Yeah, I have all devices I need. The Valencia testing session is a very special one. After such a special championship like the one in 2023, it is very difficult, always very difficult to do tests. So we focus on details so much longer, and especially the engine, because engine at the end of the day is that part of the bike that will be sealed for the whole season. You cannot modify the engine once you have confirmed that version of the engine. In fact, the handling of the engine has to be good, power output has to be good, and also reliability has to be seamless, has to be perfect. Our riders need to work perfectly throughout the championship with the 8 engines they have available. So the comment of Pecco was about the engine, and he was very happy about it. In these past few years, we have developed a lot. We have increased a lot in terms of power. In the past years, it was kind of difficult to increase the engine performance. But this year, I think we have taken a step forward, a very important one from that point of view, from the point of view of the engine. And Pecco realized it very, very clearly. At the same time, the handling of the engine is still the one of the previous version. And this shouldn't be taken for granted. So at the end of the test session, Pecco was extremely happy about the bike and about the engine. Yes, this is very important for your riders. Apart from the beautiful presentation of the team in Campiglio and apart from these beautiful models you're about to show, I would like to know at which stage you are regarding the World Championship. You want to raise the bar every year, right? You have now so many branded bikes in the racetracks. I imagine that the same goes for you. I mean, you design bikes and then you go with those bikes on the racetrack. You go to the racetracks. So what are we expecting from this beginning of the season? Well, beginning the season is the most difficult moment every time. We are about to receive all the parts to assemble the bikes. We have so many bikes on the tracks racing, so this will be a very, very complex issue. You know what we did, you know to which extent we developed our bikes, but you never know what our competitors are doing at their homes. So this is always a moment full of tensions, full of adrenaline. We leave the first testing sessions with a high tension, with a lot of adrenaline and being anxious, because at the first day in the testing session you hear the roars of the bikes all together, and adrenaline is rocketing in those cases. We are extremely happy about what we did. Our fairing will be extremely different from the ones we have used so far. And in this case too, we always think that what we do is beautiful, what we do is kind of easy, but it is not, because in Sepang our riders will have to judge the work we did with our engines and with our chassis and the bike in its whole. So you are the leader of this designing group, of this designing team, and you see at the end of the day the advantages of all your work, but you could also see the disadvantages of all your work, because sometimes things don't come out as you wish.
Tu gestisci, ma non è che ogni piccola idea.
But it is also true that you are a manager, but not all the ideas come out of you. You were born in 1966. You have a white beard. You have hairs. Yeah, you still have hair, but you could also have a hair loss, which is a common trait of people with a lot of experience. But the results here are not only your merit, right? No, in fact, we are a whole family. Everybody works here and everybody deserves to receive congratulations. And at our home in Borgo Panigale, so many people do a lot of efforts. They make many efforts to deliver our riders performing and reliable motorbikes. So in every chance I have, every time I can, I say congrats on your job to everybody, all people who work with me and who make Ducati such a special brand. Okay, that's all from my side. I loved listening to your interview. I loved listening Gigi telling about the beauty of these bikes, and also the fact that so many people devote their days to perform great work with these bikes and to make them performant. We have been talking about the right fairing, the right field to compete. I think that the moment has arrived for the unveiling. Yes, we are about to unveil these new bikes for 2024. Thanks to those bikes, we are going to dream the whole season. Thank you.
Ed eccole qua, le meravigliose.
Here you have the beautiful Desmo 16 GP and the Panigale V4R. What to say, they are all beautiful. This is a typical Ducati red. The details in red are amazing, as Mr. Domenicali said before. So what do we have here? Here we have all the bikes, the MotoGP bikes, the Superbike bikes, and now time has come for calling on the stage the new protagonists who are going to make our dreams come true. Are you ready? Are you ready? Can we start? Yes, we start with the number 23. He will run with number 23. 2023 should have been his year, but due to injuries he couldn't. But in spite of that, he overcame difficulties and he obtained a beautiful win in Sepang at the end of the season. For the second year with the colors of Ducati Lenovo Team, time has come for him to win again. Enea Bastianini. How are you doing? Welcome to this stage. Let's move on because speed in racetracks is crucial, it's paramount. So we want to be fast introducing the next rider. This year he had 16 wins, 21 podiums and the rider's title. Now he is in Superbike and he will compete in Superbike. The world champion for Supersport 2023, Nicolò Bulega. Welcome, Nicolò. Still talking about Superbike with our man of records, 27 wins in 36 races, 31 podiums, the fastest on the racetrack, the new record man in Ducati history in World Superbike with 59 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the twice world champion Alvaro Bautista. Welcome, Alvaro. Let's continue. In 2023, the season that had just ended, he won 7 Grand Prix, 4 sprint races, he had 7 pole positions, he hopped on the podium 15 times in the MotoGP races, and he has been the first Italian rider on an Italian bike to be champion in MotoGP. A beautiful palmarès. The twice world champion in MotoGP, Francesco Bagnaia. Hi Francesco. So we have mentioned Superbike, we have mentioned MotoGP. Guido Meda is here with us. Let's take chance of his presence. Hi everybody. Hi Nicolò. Hi Alvaro. Hi again. Hello again Barbara. Hello Enea. I knew I had to place myself here in this position between the two riders. So I give you the floor, Guido. Okay, I start with them. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about the fun we had watching you. Sometimes we also suffered. For example, did you listen to the question I asked Gigi? Were you satisfied about your answer, that you were smiling like a kid in Valencia? I told Gigi that when you ended your testing session in Valencia, you ended up the day smiling like a child. So why did you smile? Why were you smiling like that? No! And yeah, Gigi answered that we needed to wait, we couldn't be too optimistic. That's what Gigi said. Yeah, Gigi told me that you were happy about the engine because you wanted to do you wanted to take an extra step forward in the engine management, and you were happy about the achievements of your team. Yes, in Valencia sometimes you cannot make the difference regarding the engine under many points of view, but we managed to do a great job. So I left Valencia being very happy. 2 days before I had won the world title, so I was generally happy, but the testing session in Valencia was extremely positive. So let's ask your teammate. There were so many difficulties in this season. Both of you have a mic, right? Yes. Was it the same for you in Valencia? Yes, the same goes for me. When I hopped on the new bike for 2024, I found myself at ease. I was really comfortable driving the bike. It was a small change, but I could feel the differences between this bike and the bike of the previous one. I think that in Sepang there will be further news. We never know what future has thought for us. Okay, I go back to talk to the world champions. He has now so many duties and responsibilities because he is a world champion. Now, Pecco will have to say, you will have to say your opinion, because you will have to show more and more, and you will have to fight and to face new situations and new challenges. Now, in the next coming years, there will be so many opponents, so many rivals on the racetrack. Yes, we are going to raise the bar more and more. The fact that you have 8 Ducati bikes in the racetrack is something that can favor me, but also the other way around. And I think that all the teams have made a step forward. The KTM last year had improved a lot, Aprilia as well, and Honda and Yamaha will make a step forward too. They will improve their performance as well. I think that competition is very important in terms of challenges we need to take on. If you could pick a characteristic of the Bagnaia package with your Desmo 16, compared to last year, you have improved, you learned something. I can figure out you are different from last year. So what is the main characteristic you have now and you didn't have last year? Yeah, I learned that you need to be quiet, you need to stay calm, because if you work well, you just have to stay calm and results will arrive. And this year has been full of learning for you. You had to face several changes, you had injuries. This is part of the game, you know, and we know that. But the end of the season allowed us to see again the most beautiful version of Enea Bastianini. You have to recover a very important gap to get closer to Pecco. Are you ready for this challenge? Are you the real beast you showed us before? I think I need to do more tests. I need to try more. Last year I hadn't the chance to run tests, apart from the initial one. So I was given a bike that was already ready. I couldn't test it as I wanted. But now, today, in the present, details make a difference. We need to work on details. That's why I want to test more. But I feel physically fit, I feel ready, and I'm fully motivated. I think and I believe that you can't wait to be back to the racetrack, because holidays are beautiful, you can rest, you can spend your time as you want, but then you can't wait to go back to the racetrack. Yeah, at the moment we are just... Yeah, we are fully motivated and we really want to go back to the racetrack. We want to race again. And sometimes I wonder if I'm still able to drive a bike, because after so many weeks resting, last year the break was 3 months. Okay, Pecco Bagnaia and Enea Bastianini. Great applause for them. Thank you, Guido. So I now move to this side of the stage and I will start interviewing Nicolò. Nicolò, I'm going to unveil a secret we had. I'm going to disclose a secret we had. You were telling me about the emotions you felt when you were a young boy and you saw this event being broadcasted in Madonna di Campiglio. You are now one of the protagonists, so your dream came true. You are on your new bike for 2024 and you are before an audience that is waiting for you to make them passionate. What are your feelings now, your emotions? Being here with these beautiful bikes is just amazing. Being here with these incredible teammates is wonderful. This is a beautiful experience, seen from inside and seen from outside. Last year, when I was called to join this presentation, I was extremely happy. So I'm now enjoying it, and I will do my best. Regarding great champions, you will have as a teammate the champion in Superbike, Alvaro Bautista. So you two are going to compose a wonderful team, right? Yes. Having Alvaro with me in the team will be tough because he's such a good racer. I'll be suffering because Alvaro will be fast all the time throughout the season. On the other hand, this will be my first year as official rider, so I will have to learn so many things. But having him as a teammate will be paramount for me, will be crucial. I will try to copy and paste, I will try to steal some secrets from him to be faster, some tricks. Yes, he will help you a lot. Regarding the bike, we have just seen the colors, the fairing is a bit different, and also Gigi Dall'Igna told us about some new details. What kind of bike is it? It is an amazing motorcycle. In my opinion, these new graphics are just amazing. Last year it was already beautiful, but this is even better. Okay, Nicolo, I will now switch to Alvaro Bautista. Alvaro, we do have great news. This season is about to start with so many changes, with so many novelties regarding the technical level, regarding the rules. There are new sponsors, so many news. In a nutshell, you have a new teammate. So how are you approaching this start of the season? Okay, I can say that this new season will be a great challenge. So many changes compared to last year. Last year, at the end of the day, we just changed the number. I switched from 19 to 1, but this year will be full of serious changes. My teammate for this year is very young, is very strong, he pushes a lot, and when you receive a young teammate in the team, you know that that person is hungry for victories, for wins. He wants to do his best. So I'm extremely happy because he's here with me. I'm going to be sided by a very motivated rider. And the technical regulation has changed compared to last year. Some changes are for the good for us. They will help us, they will favor us, but some other details are not so good for me because some details and some rules are about minimum weight. But we are going and we are trying to work to reach the same levels of last year. But you know, every year is different from the previous one. We will try to be as competitive as possible. They say that winning is always difficult, and winning again is even more difficult. How do you find your motivation? Maybe this arrival of Niccolò, he's so young. This could be a further push, a further factor for motivation for you, right? Yes, I think that when changes arrive, you have two ways to face them. On one hand, you can feel sort of defeated or disadvantaged. On the other hand, you can accept the challenge, take on the challenge, and do your best. I have picked the second option. I want to do my best. I'm happy about Niccolò's arrival here, and this makes me feel more motivated. I will try to do my best, and I will try to be even better than last season. And most of all, I have fun. I think that is the key for success. I have fun when I ride my bike, I feel good, I really feel comfortable, and I feel good vibes. I would like to ask you the following. When we interview before races and also after races, we see your reactions, and those reactions let us see that you have fun when you spend time on your bike. Is that right? Yes, I believe so. I think that thanks to experience, I can see now things differently. Before races, I'm quiet, I stay calm, I'm self-confident, and I know what I want from every single race. I know what I have to do in every single competition. And after the race, especially if I manage to achieve what I wanted, I'm even happier. I'm truly happy, really. Every win, every podium, every result has to be celebrated, has to be shared and celebrated with your team. Every win has to be celebrated as if it were the first one. Thank you, Alvaro. So, you have worked a lot as the person we are about to invite on the stage. This person has worked a lot. He has been a witness of so many wins. The new sporting director of Ducati Corse, Mauro Grassilli.
Hello, Mauro. Hi, Barbara. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all people connected from home as well. Because now I will ask you a lot of questions. First of all, sorry to interrupt you, I'm very nervous and excited, so sorry about my pronunciation of S's and Z's because of my accent, but anyway, so looking back at our experience, we talked about 2023, then we talked about considering and focusing on the future, but now let's focus on the past. 20 years ago, you started your career in Ducati Corse, so it's been quite a long time. Actually, in 2003, I was graduating in economics, and I had an interview in Ducati Corse as marketing responsible, then sponsor account manager, a marketing director, and now I'm a sporting director. I can only imagine how many emotions you felt in these years, but especially in the last year. That's right. As I was telling you before, I've been living all these years on a specific side, but in the last year I had the privilege of sharing ups and downs with our sponsors. And I would like to thank actually our sponsors, because we've shared beautiful moments, more negative moments, but they've always been with us. So I would like to thank them for always working with us and being close to us. And your family is becoming more and more important and is also getting bigger. We have a very important partner team. We've been working with them. Well, actually, we worked with them for quite a long time, and now we're working. Then we stopped, and now we're working with them again. We have Elica as well. We have Audi 40 as well, and Italy. And the very last sponsor is Melinda, that has joined us recently, and we are in Trentino. So Melinda is a very important company in this area. I would like to invite on the stage a very special person, somebody that is essential for our Ducati Lenovo team. Let's now introduce the Global Sponsorship Director for Lenovo, Lara Rodini. Hi Lara, good morning, welcome. Hi Mauro, hi guys. It's always nice and thrilling to be on this stage. It's nice to see you again and to know that once again, well, in your case, personally, and Lenovo as a company, you're part of this family, of this group, and you want to win again. But talking about this combination, this partnership and collaboration, how is it for Lenovo to be part of this team, of this family? It's a great adventure that started a few years ago. It's an adventure that we define as unity of purpose. So it's based on shared values, common values like speed, performance, but also passion and team spirit. So after these successful years, we couldn't be more excited about the new season. We keep putting our technology to the disposal of each member of Ducati's team, and not only. And by doing so, we promote transformation, and we always try to improve performances. So the new season is about to start, so it's the right moment for champions to prove that they're champions. So we have no doubts. I think that thanks to our passion and professionalism, Ducati will be ready. I'm sure about that. Thank you, Lara. Thank you, Lenovo. Mauro, I know that we're about to introduce another very important person. Yeah, I would like to invite on the stage a person that put his company on the track, a person who is very passionate and whose contribution is essential for our team. Okay, so the team principal of Aruba.it Racing Ducati, Stefano Cecconi. Stefano, welcome. And so I'm the one asking questions, as usual. I have a lot of questions, but I will try to be brief. So I will start with Alvaro. Alvaro won so many titles. He's our record man. He's the Ducati racer with the highest number of Superbike wins, wearing also Aruba Racing colors. It's a lot. It's a great success, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Welcome, everyone. Hello, everyone. It's an honor for us to thinking that we contributed to this success. Then let's move on to a very young talent, a very young racer that became a world champion. Talking about him, so about Nicolò, what can you tell us? what are your expectations about Niccolò? I will ask you something more about Alvaro later, because I don't want him to worry too much about the questions. But anyway, talking about Niccolò, it was not a bet or a challenge, because we really relied on him for the Supersport project. We were aware that we had found a magical combination, because he's very young, but he has a lot of experience. And we needed precisely someone like him. And he proved to be great during the first year. That it was a sort of learning experience for him and for the team. And then during the second year, when we reached our goal. Alvaro, what do you think about what Stefano has just said? Are you ready for these new challenges? Of course, we are ready, because at the end of the day, I can do my best, but I need to have a great team with me, and to have great friends like Stefano and great sponsors. So I think that we are full of energy altogether. We're very motivated, and we will try to do great again. We will do our best together. So, congratulations to Alvaro Bautista. Are you satisfied, Stefano? Yeah, of course. I would like to see if he's going to win the biggest challenge. Asking him to win the third championship in a row was evident. It was not very original. So I asked him to gain weight. We're talking about the changes in the regulation, and after his injuries in the Jerez tests, I asked him to gain weight, and he told me I will try to do so. So every time he saw me, he would ask me if I was training. And I was telling him, yeah, I'm training, but not that hard, like, step by step. So have a great season, Stefano. Thank you. Now we are ready for the next moment. So there is somebody that we could mention and we could greet and even invite on the stage. Our maestro, let's say. Paolo, are you around? Paolo Ciabatti. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Hi, Barbara. It's nice to see you again. Paolo and Mauro. So a great transfer, and we also have Guido Meda. Okay. This time I was not invited, but I dare to take a minute, and I would like to give a personal comment, but I think I'm pretty sure about it. Anyway, I would like to briefly say something on behalf of all those who work in MotoGP, and especially journalists. We would like to wish you good luck, to wish Mr. Grassini, good luck specifically. I remember when you started in Ducati, and we would like to thank, from the bottom of my heart, Mr. Ciabatti. We've been working together for a long time, and he has had different roles, different professional profiles. He's not only been a Ducati man, but I think that his balance, his politeness have been essential, even during very hard moments in which we even were not that calm, we were not that relaxed. Even in those hard moments, you've been great, and not only, you've always been able to give us the answers we were expecting for, and you showed us that you are a great human being. So, since you're about to start a new adventure, I think that irrational instinct, that excitement about hopping on the bike again, you have it for sure. But before starting this adventure, I I just wanted to say thank you and wish you good luck on behalf of all of us. Please stop, otherwise I will get emotional. Well, usually a journalist doesn't get on the stage and say something like that, but our environment, our world is nice also because we can feel free about being men and not just professionals or journalists. So good luck. I didn't want to put pressure on you, but if they picked you, it's because you're the right guy. I was born in 1972. So I didn't expect that from Guido. I'm pretty touched. But it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy for Mauro to take my role. He has done a great work in marketing and sponsorships, and I think that Ducati Corse is the companies with the highest number of sponsors worldwide, and that allows us to deal with the competitions keeping a certain level, a high level. Mauro is a friend of mine. We've been sharing a lot of difficult moments, a lot of decisions. In 2013, when I was back to Ducati, we decided together to put him in charge of marketing, and I think he really deserved it, and I think it was the right moment for him to take that further step, and he can always count on me. And it's a pleasure for me because he's not just a friend, colleague of mine, but he's also a friend of mine. So good luck for this new adventure. And let's not get too emotional. I will not let you go because I will surely need you. I will look for you all the time. You will always find me, don't worry. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Mauro. Good luck, guys. Big round of applause for our racers. Goodbye, guys, and have a great season, everyone. Paolo, I will get off the stage and I will let you talk about the start of a new season, of a new project.
As I think you know, in the past few weeks, Claudio entrusted me with a very important role. This is a new start, a new beginning. This is a new project. We have launched Ducati Corse Off-Road. This is the first time Ducati competes in the off-road segment. This is a thrilling and exciting challenge. Maybe I am old enough to need new motivation from different challenges. And in fact, I'm fully excited, and this will be a year for developing the bikes. We are going to face this coming year by developing this new bike for the off-road competition. I think now time has come for a video regarding off-road.
Bene, allora credo che l'atmosfera l'abbia
Very well.
questo
I think
video.
that the right atmosphere was set by this emotional video. And I know that each of you is now curious about these new bikes. The new bike has a new name, which is Desmo 450 MX. and it has been developed in the past few months. I would like to thank Stefano Pezzuto and Anton Meo, who have developed this bike. I would like to show you the bike by unveiling it and then call on the stage the two riders who will compete with this off-road bike. They will help us overcome the developing stages to be ready for the World Championship MXGP in 2025.
Signore e signori,
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ducati Desmo 450 MX.
anche qui colgo l'occasione per ringraziare.
In this case as well, I would like to thank our partners. Thanks to them, we have been supported in this first stage of our new adventure. This year, these two bikes will be competing in the Italian Championship of Motocross. Our goal is to develop these bikes as good as possible. I would like to thank Monster Energy, which is not just present on MotoGP bikes and off-road bikes, but because they also are supporting us with other partners, which will be crucial to our development in these first stages. The time has now come for calling on the stage these two racers, the 9-time world champion of motocross, Antonio Cairoli. Hi, Tony. And the 8-time Italian champion, Alessandro Lupino. Hello, Alessandro.
Bene, direi che adesso la moto l'avete vista.
So you have now seen the bike. These two riders are just exceptional. They have decided to embrace this new project, to participate in this amazing project, which is 100% Italian. So let's ask Tony, why did you decide to participate in this important project? Actually, you have been working for years and years with another brand. Then, after some phone calls and contacts, we managed to be here together. Being here is such a pleasure. This has not been a very easy decision, a very easy transition. In fact, I was perfectly comfortable where I was with the previous brand, so I decided to take on this new responsibility and, making these changes is never easy. But I felt something inside. I felt motivated again from something different. So I decided to embrace this new project and to dedicate myself to this program, to this new project in the best possible way. I would like to thank Ducati and the whole team, the whole staff, because they really helped me a lot in these first stages of this new adventure. Alessandro and I are good friends. He's a great tester, he's a great technical rider. He is one of the best motocross racers in Italy, so I would like to thank everybody for this new chapter. When you tested the bike for the first time back in December in Sicily, I sent Claudio a video with our first impressions. So I would like to hear from you what the first impressions are. I would say that the first impressions have been just amazing, even if the bike was still in the initial stages of development. In fact, that was the first time we rode bike in the racetrack. We have been impressed by this first draft version of the bike, let's say. That's why everything happened so fastly, so quickly, because the bike was good right away, right in the first test. That's why we are here today, participating in this beautiful day of presentation of the team. Alessandro, in the video I sent Claudio, the first comment he made was, when will we compete in the first race? So what are your feelings? How are you feeling today with these great champions? Alessandro has also won a world title in the 85 cylinder capacity category. And we are here surrounded by riders who have won so many Italian and World Championships. I feel humbled and honored. I've always watched this beautiful presentation from home, sitting on my sofa, and now I'm sitting on my bike for 2024 and the years ahead. So thanks for this honor I feel. Thanks for letting me participate in this great family. I'm enthusiastic about the project, I'm enthusiastic about the bike. As you can see, this bike is just spectacular, it's just amazing. I was extremely impressed when I tested it for the first time in Sicily back in December. It was a prototype back in December, and I could have expected anything from a prototype. But while I was driving it, I realized that it was not just a prototype, it was a new bike and it was ready to race. That's why I made that comment that we are ready to compete in the first Grand Prix in motocross. I can't wait in 1 year and a half, once this project will be over, I can't wait to compete in the World Championship. Thank you, Alessandro. I would like to call on the stage some other people who are working behind the scene in this project. Davide Perni, the engineer, who is now devoting his life to this project. Corrado and Marco Maggi, they are team principal and team manager of this team. They are going to help us with the bike development, and they will support us in the next 3 years. So that's all from our side. I leave the floor to Barbara. Thank you, Paolo. Break a leg for this new adventure. These new bikes, seen from a close perspective, well, they are beautiful. So we are about to conclude, but before I say goodbye to you, I would like to call on the stage some friends we haven't mentioned yet. Some of them, yes. Nicolò Bullega is the first one, Alvaro Bautista the second, and then the team manager of Aruba.it Racing Ducati, Serafino Fotti, and Stefano Cecconi. And then the official tester of Ducati Corse, Michele Pirro. He has also won so many championships. And then Enea Bastianini, Francesco Bagnaia, the team manager of Ducati, Davide Tardozzi, Lara Rodini. We continue with the manager of the Superbike project, Marco Zambenedetti. And again, the technical director at Ducati Corse, Davide Barana, Mauro Grassilli, Luigi Dalligna, and obviously the CEO of Ducati, Claudio Domenicali. I take the chance, Claudio, to give you the floor right here in the middle of the stage so that you can say goodbye and thank all the Ducati supporters, Ducatisti, the riders and the staff. So we are about to conclude this great event. I hope you had fun. I hope you are excited and you feel engaged, as we all do. This stage is the proof of what we did so far. I'm extremely happy. I got involved in the company in 1991. I've been in this company for more than 30 years, but I've never seen something like this. I think that this stage is very telling. It tells about the willingness we have to spend time together and to do great things. I know that all Ducatisti will be proud of us, so forza Ducati. Thanks everybody, thanks Claudio, thanks Ducati Corse. I would like to thank everybody from home and here in presence. Thank you. Enjoy the season.